to my cooking channel, The Meal Planning Mom, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm so happy to have you here today. And wait till I tell you what we're making. You're not going to believe it. I'm so excited. Funnel cakes. We're making funnel cakes. I don't know about you, but that's got to be the funnest food I know of. I always see them at fairs and carnivals, and they always look so good. And I always kind of think about the heart attack on a plate factor, so I never really get them. But the other day we were at the skating rink and someone passed by with this yummy looking funnel cake, and my mouth started to water. My kids were begging me for one, and I thought, well, we're not going to get one here, but I can make that at home. And I was thinking, I know where my food comes from, so anytime you make something at home, it's probably a little bit better for you than when you buy it somewhere else. So I came home and decided I would try making funnel cakes. And oh my gosh, they're so easy. You don't even need a funnel. Who knew? So I'm super excited to show you, and I'm going to show you in less than 5 minutes how to whip up a funnel cake for your family, and they are going to love it, and you are going to love it. So I'm ready to get started. I'm going to start with my dry ingredients. So just imagine making pancake batter. This is very similar to pancake or crepe batter because it's a little thinner than pancakes. So I'm going to start with 3 cups of flour. Now I like to use non-bleached flour. Again, that's just a preference, a little bit healthier than the bleached flour. And I've got 3 cups. Now when you're baking, it's important to be precise, so always scrape your flour with the back of your knife. So there's my 3 cups of flour. I also need 1/4 cup of sugar. See, not even very much sugar in these things. That's another thing, when you make stuff at home, you can control the amount of sugar that you're using. No telling how much sugar funnel cakes at a carnival have in them. And then I'm just going to do a little splash of salt. And the last thing I need for my dry ingredients, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, not to be confused with baking soda. So, now I have my dry ingredients ready to go. I'm going to move this out of my way and give that a quick stir. My wooden spoon. And I'm just mixing those dry ingredients together. I'm going to set that aside in a separate bowl. I'm going to use 3 eggs. Now if you're going for the healthy factor, you might want to do free-range eggs, brown eggs. Again, that's the best part about making anything at home. I'm not tossing my eggs into midair. My sink happens to be over there, in case you were wondering. So now I've got my 3 eggs. Wipe my hands up. I need 1½ cups of milk. There's 1. And there's my half. And that's it. That's the ingredients. So if you can make pancakes, you can certainly make funnel cakes. Alright, I am going to whisk my eggs in my milk. While I'm doing that, I'm going to put my stove right in the middle, right on 4. And I'm going to put about 1 inch of oil. You don't need a whole lot. And you could even go with a little bit smaller skillet, depending on how big you want your funnel cake. So that's probably 1.5 cups, I'd say, to 2 cups of oil. Most importantly, no matter what size skillet, you just want that much. And I am going to turn it up just a hair. The thing about oil is you don't want to get it too hot. And you certainly don't want to burn it, or you'll have to start over. I actually caught a kitchen on fire once. A little embarrassing, trying to make frozen French fries. And I didn't know that oil could get so hot it would just literally explode. But I'm here to tell you that can happen. I was probably 21 and in my first apartment at the time. And my entire kitchen went up in flames because of my oil being too hot. And I always tell my kids, if you're going to be dumb, you better be tough. And my goodness, that is a perfect example. That might very well be the dumbest thing I ever did. But the good news is I only did it once, and I definitely learned my lesson. So while my oil is heating up, I'm going to combine my dry ingredients into my wet ingredients. And this goes for any time you're baking. You always want to do your dry ingredients separate and whisk your eggs with your milk and your wet ingredients, and then combine them together. And actually, that was the bigger bowl, and I should have done that the other way. That's okay. So as I'm stirring this, so do you remember I said this was a no funnel cake? You're probably wondering how that's possible. If you've ever seen funnel cakes made, you know that they pour the batter through a funnel and then they just kind of make that cool little pattern with it. Well, I don't know about you, but we don't even have a funnel in this house. Maybe my husband has one in the garage, but this kitchen does not have a funnel. I don't even know what in the world I'd use it for. So whenever I thought about making funnel cakes, I thought, I've got to get a little creative because I'm not going out and buying a funnel just for funnel cakes. I'm so excited. All right, so I know you're still wondering about that no funnel thing, right? So check this out. You know how the secret way to pipe icing in a baggie with the corner flipped off? That's exactly how we're going to do our funnel cake today. Now I think my oil is getting pretty hot, and I'm going to test it. Just see where we're at. A little splash. Nope, not yet. You want it to sizzle. You want to be able to drop a little drop of your batter in there and have it just, that's how you'll know when it's ready. Now here's the tricky part, is getting it in this bag without making the world's biggest mess. It helps to have help, I'll tell you that. But I'm doing a one-man show today, so. There we go. Besides, you're the one that's going to be cleaning up the mess, right? So it's okay if you make it. That's what I always tell my family. I can make a mess in the kitchen because I'm the one that has to clean it up. Oh, goodness. Made a bigger mess than I planned on. I'm going to get all the air out. Again, just like you're piping icing. I'm going to give my hands a quick wash. Now my batter, I can see it bubbling up. We're ready to go. I'm kind of a messy cook anyway. Oh, my husband would. If he was here, he would be shaking his head up and down, yes. But again, that's okay because I'm the one that's got to clean it, so I can make the mess. All right, I'm so excited. This is so fun. I hope you're just getting just as excited as me, just watching and thinking when the next best opportunity is going to be for you to make this for your family. Okay, so I snipped my corner. The batter I tested out in there is bubbling. And now I'm just going to go kind of crazy, just like the shapes that you see at the fair. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited to show you this. I'm going to bring you over here so you can watch it. Do you see that? Do you hear it? Doesn't that look just like the funnel cakes that you see at the fair? It's sizzling and it's all bubbled up, and in my opinion it's even prettier because I don't like things that look too exact. I think the good part about homemade is that, I don't know, just has a little different look. So this is not ready yet. I'll know this is ready when it's golden brown underneath. And then I'm going to flip it. You can use tongs, which is what I'm using, or you can use a spatula, whatever you think is easier. And depending on how big it is, you might even have to use both. But this needs to cook about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. And again, you don't want to leave it unattended. You just want to sit and watch, even though that's the hard part. It looks so yummy and you have to watch it. But you just want to keep checking underneath till it's golden brown. You can also tell that it's starting to hold its form. So when I move it, it all sticks together. Now, if you're like me and you're really impatient and you flip it too soon, it's probably going to fall apart. Alright, I see it starting to turn brown on the edges. I'm just going to give that a quick flip. Oh, probably not brown enough, but again, I'm a little impatient. And I actually could have snipped my corner a little smaller. If you'll look, these strings are pretty thick, but I think it's going to taste just right, just perfect. All right. Okay, now it's done. It's brown on both sides. It's cooked through the middle. I'm going to turn my fire off, and I am going to transfer this to my plate lined with a couple of paper towels to soak up that grease. All right, yum. I'm going to take one more paper towel and blot the top of it. And then I'm going to get my powdered sugar. Because, well, of course, all funnel cakes have powdered sugar on them. And then I want you to get a look at this. Can you see that? Oh my goodness, yummy. Delicious. I'm so excited I could share that with you today. That was so fun. Thank you for being in my kitchen. Thank you for watching me make funnel cake. You can find this recipe at my blog, mealplanningmom.com. Be sure to check out my website, menufortheweek.com, and be sure to join me again in my kitchen. Thank you.